Hey guys, this is Allure Cosplay, and today I'm going to be reviewing my Saberforge lightsaber. I got the Arbiter, however you pronounce it. I actually put out a video about a month ago that I shot a year ago about me unboxing this lightsaber. It has been obviously a year since then, and I have cosplayed with it 4 different times. I have learned a lot about this lightsaber in those cosplay times, and I love it every little bit. It was totally worth the money, and it was pretty expensive to my standard. I never would have spent that much money on something if I didn't want it this badly, but I really, really wanted it, and I got it. So I got the longest blade possible, I'm pretty sure. Before I talked about this little knob thingy, I actually lost the original one, and that was very unfortunate. This is something that I am going to recommend right now. When you are ordering one, lightsaber, I mean, definitely order a few of these little things because they only cost $5. However, I paid $30 for shipping for one little thing. So I spent $35 on something like this because the shipping was $30. And I definitely wish I would have ordered a lot more of these little things because I could have shipped them all together, or I knew about them when I was ordering this so that I can just order some more with the actual lightsaber. As you can see, it's charged because once I took this out, the little buttons started flashing. I mentioned before you charge it from here. This is my cat. Hi, Cake. Okay, he's gonna be in my video. Wonderful. So in my previous video, when I opened it, I did not really know how to switch the colors. And now I do, and it's really easy. So I'm gonna turn it on. It's so pretty. So to switch the color, all you have to do is twist it. So I got a red, a blue, and in between purple. I'm not really sure how well you can see that on the camera. I hope you can. So you can actually battle with these things once you hit them against something that didn't do it. But once you hit it against something, it'll actually make a noise. The second button does this. So if you hold it, it will just continuously do it. And you have to hold it again to stop. Or if you just press it, it will just do that. So, funny story about this lightsaber. Let me turn it off. One of the conventions that I brought this to, I actually let some people handle the saber if they're really appreciative of, you know, it and the fandom and everything, and they seem like a trustworthy person. I will let them hold it with my close supervision, obviously. So I actually let a child hold it because he was really, really excited about it, and he really wanted to see it, and his dad was right there, so I was like, okay, here you go, you can handle it for a minute. And he didn't want to let it go, and I didn't blame him, but I wanted my baby back. This is my baby. So when I got it back, I was trying to switch the colors in the normal way, just by twisting the handle, and I couldn't do it. So I panicked, and I was like, oh my god, did this child break my lightsaber? What can I do? How can I fix it? This little thing, once you plug it in, it will reset it. I have no idea how this child figured out how to make my lightsaber not switch colors, because I don't know and I can't figure it out, and there's probably a video or some kind of a manual out there that I can read that will tell me that, but I haven't figured that out, and I don't actually need to, because I needed to switch colors, okay? It's that simple. I just needed to switch colors. And sometimes I want to be evil Rey with red lightsaber, and sometimes I want to be good Rey with the blue lightsaber. So I'd rather switch colors. Anyways, that was a funny little story of me panicking. I'm gonna put this back in now. When I lost this little thing, actually, I just had plugged in the charger to the lightsaber, but not actually plugged it in the wall socket thing, so that it was doing the same thing that this was doing, which is make sure that the battery doesn't get wasted when you don't actually need to use it. So once you take this out, you actually start using the battery, A, for these things, B, it will eventually just run out. Once you put that in, it just will, the charge just stays. And I've charged it and I've left it with this thing on for like weeks and weeks, and then I took it out and I turned it on. It was still working, so the battery was not really being wasted. But I have tried by leaving this out, and within a few days, if I tried it again, the battery was completely dead, so I had to recharge it. The battery is really good on these things, so I had it during my a whole days of convention for 4 different costumes, and I've worn some of those costumes multiple times, so it lasted throughout the whole day. Now, I didn't have it on the whole day. I had it on for pictures, or it was my guiding light, which I held up during the crowds, because if me and my friends got lost, that is how we found each other, is I would hold my lightsaber up and they would just see it above all the crowds, and they would just make their way to find me. So yeah, it was my beacon of hope, I guess, to find somebody in the giant crowd. So yeah, the battery definitely lasted all day. I, again, didn't have it on, but for photo shoots, for things like that, by the end of the day, there was still charge in it, so I've never actually had it lose its charge during a convention or photo shoot or anything like that, which is amazing. And I had it off and on and off and on and off and on all day for photos, for photo shoots, for like random pictures with people, for people who just wanted to see it and appreciate it, because there were those people. So yeah, I'm really impressed with the battery. I really like that I don't have to change the batteries. So the battery is already in. All you have to do is plug it in with its little charger, and that's it. So I don't have to worry about hauling around AA batteries, AAA, whatever batteries other sabers might need. So I really like the fact that this had a built-in battery. I'm gonna be quite honest, I don't know much about any special settings because I've never really had to use them, so I've never really attempted to learn. To me, just switching the colors and posing with my saber was quite enough. If you actually want to go battle with it, because they are made for that, I mean, you can learn the other settings, and I'm sure there's going to be more informational videos about those. This is not one of those videos, unfortunately. Sorry, guys. I personally don't really want to battle with it. I do and I don't, and here's the reasons why. I want to battle because I'm a geek, and when I have a lightsaber, I just want to swing it around, and if somebody else is on the other side and is receiving with another lightsaber, that would be so totally cool. However, I spent 600 Canadian dollars on this thing, and that's quite a bit of money for me personally. So I don't really want to break it or anything like that. So this is my baby, and I'm not battling with it, nor am I letting anybody battle with it, because I honestly don't want to pay for repairs. I don't want to pay another incredible shipping for parts and things like that. So yeah. Another good thing about the saber is that this long blade can be switched for a shorter blade. So in my previous video, I showed you with the little Allen key, there's a little hole right here, and you untwist it, or no, it's actually right here, and you untwist it, and this comes off, and you just have the hilt. So if you want a shorter blade, you can definitely get either or. You build your own saber, so if you want a shorter blade to begin with, then you can order that. If you want to switch between the two, then that's, you know, up to you kind of thing. You can definitely do that. I love the customization of these blades, so since I ordered this, they've come up with quite a few other ones that are really, really cool, and I kind of really want to have more of them, but you know what, it's I guess fine. I have this one and I still love it. So, but if you want different colors, you can definitely get different colors. Your saber can change colors. So when I was ordering that, I was contemplating between Saberforge and another website, I don't remember the name. And in the other website, I just could not find an option where I could order a saber which will have red and blue light, or whichever colors I had decided to choose. Because if I was going to order one of these, I wanted to have kind of a versatility, so I can use it for different costumes. So I wanted to either be, you know, I could be evil or I can be good, and I can still use the same thing. So in the other website, I didn't actually see that option, so that was my reasoning why I went towards Saberforge. I'm really happy that I did, because even though I think that it was more pricey when I actually calculated everything and you kind of like select your options and stuff, I really enjoy it. Also, with other sabers that I've seen from other friends and cosplayers and stuff, a lot of them don't have the pointy edge to it. They have like a flat edge. I really like the pointy edge. It kind of it makes it more not original, but like to the movie kind of thing, because in the movie it looks like they're slightly pointed towards the top and they're not really just flat. They don't just cut off kind of thing. So I really enjoyed that. So I just wanted to take a second for my video. While I was filming this, the cats were being really cute and really peaceful with each other, so I decided to film them. So overall, would I buy this? Okay, my cats started fighting the moment I stopped filming them. Like, they're just fighting right now. I need to show you this. Anyways, overall, would I buy this lightsaber? Again, totally. Of course I would. It's awesome. It's amazing. It's so cool. Like, I love just taking it and swinging it around at home, and whenever nobody's looking, because I probably look ridiculous and silly. That's okay, because that's what I got it for. Would I be cautious about the money I'm spending? Yes and no. No, because I geeked out. I wanted to have a lightsaber and I was gonna put some money into it, and I already knew that. But yes, because things can really add up. So once you start adding on the extra light, or the different color, or the weathering, I don't even know what else. I don't even remember what I have selected. But once I started adding things on, it got progressively more expensive. And I also was expecting to pay $500, but once it arrived at my door, I had to pay $100 to the post office for shipping and handling and stuff like that, or customs or whatever it is. So I did spend a lot more money than what I expected. So like that $100, it's not that much, but it is at the same time. When you don't expect to have to spend that to receive your lightsaber. I had already spent the $500 though, so I wasn't gonna not spend that $100 to actually take my baby with me. I would have been totally conscious of these little things. I was really upset that I had to spend $30 for shipping just for this little thing. It's so tiny and it costs $5, and I should have just added it on when I was ordering the saber. I didn't know about that, so that's definitely something to consider. I have tried, or I have held other cosplayers' lightsabers. I've held some of my friends' lightsabers. I have found this to be kind of heavy, but not as heavy as some of the sabers that I held. So my friend had 7S Photography. Hey, if you're watching this, 7S. He actually had a Kylo Ren saber, and his saber was super heavy, and it was hurting to hold it up with like one hand or something while I was posing. It was hurting to hold it for a while. So carrying that around a convention, or even swinging it for a battle was probably gonna be, you know, really tiresome to my skinny little chicken arms. So I mean, if you have guns, that's okay, but I don't. So yeah, and I've held some more plasticky ones, and they did feel more like a toy. And I mean, this is a toy as well, but it's more of an adult toy. I don't know. I definitely recommend it if you're a diehard Star Wars fan and you really want a lightsaber. You can either customize your own and pick whichever hilt you want, and you can get it weathered or nice and shiny and spick and span, or you know, you can get Luke's lightsaber or Darth Vader's lightsaber, and you can get those as well. So it's really up to you. I chose to customize my own because I don't know, I just really like this handle, so I decided to buy that. I also wanted to use it for different characters. So having, for example, Luke's lightsaber and you know, putting a red and a blue light in it, it would have been cool for, you know, is Luke evil or good kind of a photo, but really would I've used it with other characters? Probably not. And why? Because it wouldn't have made sense for example, Darth Talon to have Luke Skywalker's lightsaber in red. So that was the reason why I chose to customize my own, and they're my cosplays, so even if it's not the exact art of the lightsaber and it's my own lightsaber, that's fine by me, because it doesn't have to be 100% in my opinion. Other people can think, you know, that cosplay has to be 100% to the dot, to the T. That's not me. I kind of alter things as I go and make it work for myself. So that was my little review about this gorgeous lightsaber. I definitely recommend Saberforge. I'll probably put the link in the bio for you guys to order if you'd like to order. And happy cosplay, guys!